Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to Union Arena Hunter x Hunter Volume 2. When the Union Arena game first came out, I got a bunch of sets. I got Bleach, I got Hunter x Hunter, I got Code Geass, I got a couple other stuff. Jujutsu Kaisen, just because I was like, oh, it's really all this anime stuff. But then too many different sets were coming out, and I was just kind of like, and since they weren't you could play against each other, but they're not like supposed to be mixed and matched, which is what I thought they were going to be. I thought you could mix and match every set together and have Bleach characters with like Full Metal Alchemist characters mixed with Hunter x Hunter characters, but it's apparently not the idea of the game. It's just, but you can still have animes battle each other. It's still a cool concept, no doubt. But it kind of does make then the like more and more expansions not as like, oh, let me buy everything, because it's kind of buy what anime you really like. So that's why I kind of dropped off on this. But when I saw Hunter x Hunter Volume 2 came out, I was like, nope, we're going to have to get back into this game because I love Hunter x Hunter. It's it's one of the few animes I've probably watched repeatedly. And I mean, that's saying something because there's very few ones I watch a lot. I definitely want to hop into this. I actually just rewatched a couple of episodes the other day. I was watching part of the exam episode where I had to fight the prisoners. There are 78 cards total, 29 commons, 25 uncommons, 16 rares, 8 super rares, and 4 action point cards. I have no idea what the rarity is going to be. I think I got 24 packs, which is usually a case. So we're definitely going to see what we get in here. I don't know how the rarity are built up in here. Based on the front here, as I'm wondering, because they show the book in there, it looks like Killua has his yo-yos. There's Hisoka up on top. There's Gone with his book. As we're getting to the arc where they go to Greed Island. So I'm betting that's what we're jumping into. We did have some stuff that went from that before, but we'll see what we definitely get in here. So let's take a look. Let's just jump in and see what we got, right? So we have Kasul. I don't remember what colors the original set were, off the top of my head, so I don't remember if these are going to be different colors or not, if they added a new one. But yeah, so we're just going to kind of take a look at what we got in here. If you want to know more about how the game is played, go back, check out one of the original videos where I talk about how this game is played a little bit more. I just kind of want to jump through it. So it says, activate main, switch to wrestling once per turn. Character gains a yellow energy generation till the end of the turn. At the end of the main phase, sideline this character. Cool. Extra energy. Killua Zodiac. Step during your phase. You may move this card from your front line to your energy line. Razor and his 14 Devils. With the top 5 cards of your deck, reel up to 2 Razor and/or Nen Beast Affinity cards among them, add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck. Ooh, that's cool. The Black Gorinu Razor attack team. So this is, if you're familiar with the storyline, this is in Greed Island at the very end. They have to fight Razor and a bunch of his prisoners and his stuff. In a volleyball match, he creates these different forms that you can have come out, and this is one of them. One play, choose up to one character on your opponent's front line. Your opponent moves that character their energy line and swaps with the character on their energy line. Squalia. When played, choose up to one character with 1500 or more BP on your opponent's field. It loses 1000 until the end of the turn. Family Vows. With the top 5 cards of your deck, flip the 2 Zodiac family affinity cards among them, add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. So it's like we're getting green, purple, and yellow in this set. We got Blisty, part of Razor's attack team. People attacking Razor, because is that Razor attack team? Must be the guys that attacked Razor as opposed to fighting against him. Interesting. Or against his team, I mean. She has Step as well. So now we're in our uncommons down there. So Nobunaga and Mochi, the Phantom Troop. Which is always fun because they were like, oh, these mysterious criminals, and they get into here and they kind of jump into this game as well. So we get more stuff with them. If on the front line, character in your field other than them cannot be chosen by abilities on event cards, your opponent uses from their hand. When sideline to one character, it was just 1,000 BP. Zushi. Yeah. So this would actually be from the arc before that when they're learning their Neng. During your turn, once per turn, this character's BP is increased, it gains 1,000 at the end of the turn. Abanang. When played, choose one of the following. Your opponent places 2 cards from the sideline into the removal area, or choose one site with 1 or less energy generation in your opponent's field and sideline. If you do, your opponent draws a card. Interesting. Our rare card, we got a foil Hisoka. Love a good old Hisoka there, our weird clown guy. With his buggy gum. Once per turn, when a character in your field attacks and loses a battle, you may switch this character to active. And hey, speaking of that, we got one of our action point cards. Now, this is one thing I love when games started doing this, when they have an energy source system in the game. And it's like, you buy a starter deck, you get basic ones. One Piece has done this game's done it, Dragon Ball Z's done it. Like, hey, you get energy points that you have to keep track of. So here you go. You get the basic, the super generic ones in the starter deck. But then when you buy booster packs, you can get different colored ones you can replace. Now, like, be cool if Pokemon did that. Like, yeah, I don't expect them to put a ton in there. But, like, yeah, if they had, like, at even, like, a rare level, they had, like, an energy card for each color that was, like, just a different artwork. Or maybe, like, a Pokemon, like, on there doing an attack or something. That'd be really cool. Like, it'd be ways to, like, hey, because Magic does that, too. Magic, you have, like, your basic lands that you can get in your starter stuff. But then they sometimes have, like, alternate lands you can get as well. And such. It always makes it fun to be able to just make your deck a little bit cooler that way. So it's pretty cool. We got one of the 3 of those. So we're going for tap. Why do I want to mess up his name? Kurapika. He's got his red eyes there. Golden Freaks from his attack team. Number 0, Neng Beast. So these are Razor's Beasts. So I hope we'll get, I doubt we'll get all 14 of them. I hope we get some more book cards, though, or some of the, not, the Greed Island, like, magic books cards, or whatever they're called. During your turn, this character gains 1,000 BP. When played, top 5 cards of your deck can reveal up to 1 Neng Beast affinity or dodgeball court card among them. Add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Nice. Wing, he goes with that, what was his name? We just had him. Zushi. Those are the guys that taught, Gon and, Kilo how to use their Neng. Activate main. Upon the front line, place 1 card from the hand to the sideline. Choose 1 other character in your field. It gains 1,000 BP. Vertical Jump. Choose 1 character in your field. Return it to your hand. Choose 1 of your AP cards. Switch it to active. If your character was Tetsugura, draw a card. Conditions and contracts. All characters in the field gain 1,000 BP till the end of your turn. You may place any number of cards from your hand into your sideline. If you do, all characters in your field gain 5,000 for each card placed from your hand in sideline ability till the end of the turn. That's kind of an interesting way to do this. I know it's only till the end of the turn, but the whole idea of conditions and contracts within this universe, of course, is you make a contract. Basically, I am giving up this condition or this power or limiting this thing to gain this extra bonus. Killua did it where he could grant unlimited, like, super extra power with these chains and do stuff, but he could only use it against the Phantom Troop. So he could become super powerful, but he could only use it versus certain people, so he wasn't an all-around great combatant then. Another Avenue out. Yes, we got one of the magic cards they use all the time. Just at least the use of it. Make use of character your opponent's front line instead of a character. And that spiel ability on a risky dice card you activate this turn. We got Razor himself. Nullify impact. You can lose impact per turn. If on the front line, you may sideline 1 Neng Beast affinity card in your field. If you do, draw a card and give this character 1,000 BP. We got another Razor there. We got a rare is a Razor. When blocking, your opponent attacking character has impact. Character gains 2000 BP. When played, you may sideline one Ned Beast. You do chip to one character on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. It will remain in the resting time the next time you switch to active. Choose one of your AP cards, switch it to active. Cool, so basically, like, he knocks them down and they stay down. Awesome. And our other rare is Izumi, or the Zodiac family. This character is rated. Choose up to one character on your opponent's field. You gain. If the chosen character sideline, draw a card until the end of the turn. Resolve the rated character's one play ability and this ability in any order. That's a neat idea too. So, if you don't remember, rating is basically like powering them up. They get an extra card that goes on top of them. So it's like you can play a cheap version and then you can play a rated version on top, which is a stronger version of them. So that's actually really cool. And I just noticed we have a blue card in there. So now we have 4 different colors in there. We have lots of green and lots of yellow, some purple, a little bit here, which, and then a little bit of blue. It's nice. We're getting some other mixture colors in there. The original ones only always had 3. So we have in this pack, we have Hyper Puffball. Your opponent cannot choose this character with abilities. Cannot choose this character with abilities on characters. We have Merge, where they team up. If Golden Freak's on your field, up to one of your character's field gains 2000 BP. If Killua is on your field, draw a card. If Hisaka is on your field, you may chip to one AP card, switch stack up. That is a fun card. That's cool. Like, hey, if you have all these characters, they gain extra, even more stuff. That's awesome. Number 0, Tapakura. Morariki. When silent with the top 7 cards of your deck. So like the blue ones tend to go for this Greed Island stuff, like the main stuff there. The yellow stuff is going for the dodgeball match. The purple has been the Zodiac and Phantom Troop. And then the green has kind of been the learning of the Nen stuff. So it's like green would be like the first arc, like the first part of the set, and then it would have went kind of the blue stuff, then the purple stuff, then the yellow stuff. Per storyline, kind of. Reveal one card, one side of one of them, add to your hand, place your main card at the bottom of your deck. Family Values we have Spike. Choose one character, 3,000 less BP on your opponent's field and silent. If a Razor is on your field, 5,000 or less instead. Bisky, when she's training them. If you have a specified slot card, that's what we're looking for. Specified slots. Character gains 10,000 BP, and this character cannot be blocked by characters with 4,000 or more. Here's the Dodgeball Court we had mentioned. It's our first Sight card. Play the Sight set to active on your field. Switch to resting. Place one Nen Beast Affinity card from your sideline face down under a Nen Beast Affinity on your field. And then pay 1 AP to place one Nen Beast from your sideline set to resting on your field. It's kind of just sit some guys around. We have another Killua. When played, kill one character in your opponent's front line, it loses 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Our first rare is a Golden Freaks. So this is one of our raid cards. So you can play this on top of another Golden. When played, reduce the AP cost of the next specified slot affinity card from your hand this turn by 1. When sideline, have one specified affinity card from your sideline to your hand. And then our other rare is the Killua raid card. So we have 16 rares, so we're doing pretty well on rares so far. Character gain during your turn gains 5,000 BP. Activate May if on the front line. Choose one of your opponent's characters. If the chosen character's sideline or blocks this character's attack, gains impact 1. And attacks wins a value, deal 1 damage anyhow. Nice. Alright, next pack we have Kotohopi, the Phantom Troop. Play Mayville one Phantom Troop fitting in your hand. If you do, place up to one card the same name as your revealed card from the sideline to the top of your deck. Razor and his Beef, Hyper Puffballs, Requiem. Draw 2 cards and place one from your hand to your sideline. If you have even On your sideline, all characters in your opponent's front line lose 1,000 BP. Ooh, we got another Kilo, but in yellow. So he gets Zodiac Family and Razor Attack Team. When played, draw a card, then place one card from your hand onto your sideline. The Bubble Horse. When blocking your opponent's character has 45,000 more BP, his character gains 3,000. Nice. Another Killua, who has a step. We have Canary. When played, return one other character on your field with one or more less required energy. You cannot return this card to your hand. Ooh, so actually I'm betting this probably goes blue or green for the training stuff, and I think then it was maybe purple afterwards, because he had to go get, Gohan had to go get Killua from his family. I was trying to remember if that was before or after their Yang training. Had to be after their Yang training. We have Bisty's Meal. Choose up to 2 of your AP cards and switch them to active. Zushi. Our rares, we got a Golden Freaks. When attacking, if Killua is on the same size character, gains Impact 1. Nice. And we got our first super rare. Awesome. Love super rares. Character gains all abilities listed below if you have the required number of cards with the unique card names on your field. Killua, Kruppy, and Liario. Oh, nice. Who gets a bonus for each of those different guys. If you have 1, during your turn, this character gains 1,000 BP. If you have 2, he gains Impact 1. If you have 3, you may play 1 AP if you do switch this character to active. That's cool. I like the idea of them being able to, like, bonus off of other characters. That's one thing I love in card games. You're going to have little subtitles or keywords. I love when they get a play off of each other. It's one of my favorite things. Karatopi, Razor. There's a Killua when he's retaking the exams and he just kills everybody. Knocks everyone out. Hyper Puffball, Conditions. Bubble Horse, Back. You cannot use this card if you have a back card on your sideline. This card will be placed in your sideline. Besides, when using it from your hand, place it in your removable area instead. Put up to 1 Razor Attack Team Affinity or Razor card with a fulfilled required energy, 1 AP cost from your sideline to set it into resting. Or perform raid with it. This is basically a way for you to switch guys in and out. That's cool. Castro. When played, if character is played from your hand, you may pay 1 AP. If you do set 1 cash from your sideline into the active field. Gorinu. The top 3 cards of your deck reveal up to 1 Razor Attack Team. Affinity card, add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you add your card to your hand, place 1 for your side. I think he's the guy that summons this, if I remember right. I think he summons this beast. Yeah, Black Gorinu. So you can summon an extra beast version to help him out. Galanzio. If you have 6 or more energy generations, character gains double block. If it blocks for the first time, switch it to active. Nullify Impact. The character loses Impact. That's pretty cool. Our first one, we have a Razor again, which we've already seen, I believe. And then we have another rare Golden Freaks, but in blue. Draw a card, place it up your hand sidelines. When revealed, any number of cards in your hand, this character gains BP equal to 500, multiplied by the number of specified slot affinity cards with unique names revealed and on your field until the end of turn. Okay, but we need more specified slot cards. We haven't drawn any yet. Alright, next pack. Killua. Bisty. Well, we need a big bulky Bisty. Capicura. We haven't seen. I wonder if we're gonna get something with her or his eventually when he does his little side mission with the Phantom Troop. Tenzagura. When played, should one of the characters in the field gains 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Return. So there's our. Yes, these aren't specified slot cards though. They look like them. They're the abilities they use in the game in the Greed Island. Once per one character from your field to your hand if you do draw 2 cards. Razor we've seen, Bisty's Meal, Kiestro, Bisty. Our first rare is a Golem, which we've seen. We got a super rare Kilobus. We're at 2 of 8 for super rares. Activate main. If on the front line, you can only activate this ability if you have used a specified slot affinity card from your hand this turn. Choose one other character on your field and switch it to active. Interesting. So we're probably getting pretty close on the commons and uncommons. Because there's not a ton in this set. Biscuit, Killua, Subimbara, the Bombers. So we have to at least get the other Bomber. Make sure this card required energy is 2 in your deck. When played, the top card of your deck and place on the top or bottom of your deck. So we know for sure we're missing at least that. We haven't got a Lario yet, but I don't know if he wasn't really in any of these arcs. So I don't know if we'll get him. We have List. When played, return one other character on the field with the less required energy to your hand. You cannot return this character to your hand. Hey, we finally got a specified slot card. Blue Planet. When played, draw a card. Activate main, switch to the resting 1 active Bisty on your field. You can return this card to your hand. Interesting, so it only works with her. Weird. Then we have a rare. The win must be flawless, right? Choose one character with 5,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. If you have 3 or more Razor attack team affinity cards on your field, silent it instead. If Hisoka is on your front line, switch your opponent's 1 blocking opponent. Ability does not activate this turn. Cool. So we need at least, I would say, a rare Hisoka and a raid Hisoka. Probably a raid Razor. For sure those 3. And then we need the other Bomber yet. So there's 4 cards that I can think of. But we did get this. We got a super rare alt art card. Just like I think there's 4. So I don't know where this actually comes in. Yeah, alternate cards from the type of wolf. So I don't know how many there are. We got a cool rare. This is actually a really awesome foil. I wish more cards did foils like these. So there's our raid Razors. We know we have a super rare raid version of him. Look, the dodgeballs in the dodgeball or volleyballs in the back. Plus he's got his aura on there. But we know we'll get can at least potentially get one of him. Nullifying impact and 1 play, shift to 1 character on your opponent's front line with BP equal to or less than 1,000 multiplied by the total number of Nen Beasts and face down cards under characters on your front line. So you can put them Nen Beasts under each other so you can have more guys out. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I hope we get some more neat ones like that. Aha! So we get the white Gynaru, so he gets his other version. If on the enemy line, if Gynaru with 5,000 more BP's front line be silent, you may silent this character if you do move him to your energy line. Puffball, Caprica, Squala. Huner, Phantom Troop. This character's active, it gains purple energy generation. Razor's Nen Beasts. Still missing some comments here. A deck can contain up to 14 copies of this card. Okay, that's cool. So that's how we get all of them. During your turn, this character gains 1,000 BP for each card under it. When sideline, you may place this card face down under their Nen Beasts on your field. Bisky, the one character's activate gains yellow energy generation. So we're kind of also going by this. We haven't seen a green energy generation or a blue one, so we might have 2 more cards there. Back. Killua. Oh, cool. So he gains abilities too. All abilities you have the listed characters with Gon, Caprica, and Liario. 2 or more, he gets step. 3 or more when played, switch this character to active. We've seen that gone. Ooh. We got an alternate rare card. Cool. So 2 alternate cards. We have a Karapika. Which I wasn't sure we'd have more, because again, didn't have a lot to do with these arcs. Yeah, there's only the arc going on. where they had to fight eventually kind of go against the Phantom Troop, but we didn't have too much of that. Character gains all the abilities if you have the characters listed below. Okay, so we have another one that works with that, which makes sense. I hope we probably get a Lario with that effect too. One or more keep one character with 25 BP or less, or Phantom Troop if any on your opponent's front line switch it to resting. So it's cool if it's like a Phantom Troop, you can automatically just attack it no matter what. Two or more, when attacking, draw a card, then place one card from your hand into your sideline. That's cool. So I would bet you would probably potentially get a rare version for each one of the characters for that. I don't think we'll get them all on this, but definitely see you have just a regular Gone, vertical jump, conditions, Yang Beasts, Killua, Canary, Bisty's Meal, Zutzi, our rare, is a Killua. I think we've seen. And we got another super rare. We got our Hisoka super rare. So I think it's our third of 8 super rares, so maybe we'll get 4 of them. If on the front lines, if you have those 3, gain your opponent's turn. Your opponent cannot choose this character with abilities on the characters or events unless they place one card from their hand on their sideline as an additional cost. This Hisoka ability does not stack. Interesting. So you can't have it multiple times as something else, but that's still pretty crazy. Awesome. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more packs to go. Dino, Subimbara, Razor, Conditions and Contracts, a Bubble Horse, Shark. We have a new Illumi, sorry. One play if you have 3 or more other Zodiac Infinity cards on the field, choose one character on your opponent's front line, gauge 1000, must block your opponent if able. Ooh, nice. And we have number 13. During your turn, character gains 1000 BP for each face down card under it. When played, place up to 1 under this one face down. Back, we got another blue planet. We got a rare Hisoka. Character on your field attacks and loses a value, may switch this character to active. And we have another rare Kurapika. Place one card from your hand to the sideline. This character generates energy even if it is on the front line until the end of the turn. When attacking, you have 6 or more energy generation, draw up to 1 card. Cool. Alright, number 0 we've seen. Sabara, Killua, Black Goragu, Vertical Jump, Aberdeen, out. So we're looking for this guy in the white yet. Razor, Nabaga. Our first rare is an Illumi. This character is rated. Choose up one of your opponent's abilities. Chosen character's sideline, draw a card. And then another Hisoka. I haven't gotten too many duplicate rares, so we might have most of the rares as well. I just think we're kind of probably looking for super rares and alternate rares. I'd love to get the other action point cards, though. I can think of at least a couple of cards we haven't seen yet. But they're probably all in rares. Alright, so we are up to our first rare, which is another Razor. And another rare is we have Hisoka, part of the Phantom Troop. When played, your opponent has 3 or more cards in their hand. Your opponent places 1 card from their hand into their sideline. Yeah, I think we got all the commons at this point, but we'll still flip through them just in case. And we probably got all the uncommons too. I'm just going to stop reading them all because they take too long. We have a Gone. Specified slot 1, and then we have the super rare Gone. It's another raid. If Killua and Hisoka are on the same line, gains 2000 BP when attacking. Killua is on the same line as this character, gain 1000 impact 1. Cool. I like they gotta team up with Hisoka. It's kind of neat. He's kind of like their pseudo enemy throughout the entire thing. Got a lot of the same ones right in a row. More of those 9 beasts aren't ever bad, though, because you can have up to 14 of them. Alright, our first rare is a Capacuros. We haven't seen this one. We've seen this one, actually. It is the regular version of this one right here. So you've seen that. And there we go. We have Team Gengthru, the bomber. So I said, I knew we were missing him. This card is also treated as Gengthru, so you might actually have a regular version of him too at some point. When played, look, top 2 cards of your deck, place any number of them on the top of your deck in order, then place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Interesting. So you might have something to do with that. We might have had some, I think we had some of him in the first set, we just didn't have the other guys, but having more guys with that's kind of fun. Kazu number 0, Requiem, Wing, Tetsugura. There we have number 13 again, Illumi, another Dodgeball Court. Our first rare is going to be another Tetsugura. Neat. One play, all characters in your field gain 500 BP until the end of the turn. Active main, pay 1. All characters in your field gain 500. Nice. And then we have another super rare Kilo, which we've already had, unfortunately. That would have been our 4th super rare. So, like, most of the times when I buy these games by the full boxes, or like a case worth 24 packs, and there's our super rares, I usually get about half of them. So technically I've gotten 4 of 8, I just don't have 4 different ones. I have 3 different ones, but I've also gotten 2 alternate rares, alternate art ones, so like one of those was a super rare. So technically I got, I think, 4 different ones, but one's an alt rare. And I have 1 extra order. I do really want more of them action cards, though, but I don't think I'm going to get them. Return, Killua, Clone. Oh, sweet. We haven't seen Clone yet, so that's why I check all these. You cannot use this card if your energy line is full. You may place 1 card from your hand into your removal area. If you do, draw a card and place 1 character or site with your specified slot affinity from your sideline to active on your energy line. Cool. That's neat. And then we also got another Hisoka we haven't seen. If Gone Killer on his side, he gains 1,000 BP. That's awesome. Alright, I've seen that. Oh, sweet. I was just saying, I didn't think we'd get one more. And we got the Gone one. So now we have 2 of them. We did not get the last one because unfortunately you open up the back of the pack, you can always see which one last card is. So that's why we know we don't have one. But last pack, we know we don't have an action point card, but that doesn't mean we won't have a super rare. Hisoka again. Our first rare is a Gon Freaks, and our last one is a Tetsugura. Alright, I'm going to do a quick pause. We're going to see what we're missing. Alright, so I checked all the totals. We have all 29 commons, all 25 uncommons. We have 14 of the 16 rares, which is kind of annoying that we're missing 2 of them. And then super rares, I said you gotta get about half of them. I got 4 different unique rares, plus I got the alternate artwork one, which was him. So technically I could say I got 5 super rares, because I don't have this card otherwise. But then I also did get the other alternate artwork here too. So I mean, usually the alt arts are at super rare or higher level, so I kind of almost technically then got an additional 2 of them. So, but I still only got, still missing a couple of them. And then we got 2 of the 4 action point cards. I'm guessing the other one's going to obviously be Killua. And then maybe 1 for him, or maybe a team 1, maybe Razor, not for sure. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So we got pretty decent run on all of them for what we had for a full pack. We only had 1 duplicate super rare, so that wasn't too bad. I hate when I get a bunch of the same duplicate super rares over and over. I'm like, give me the different ones. That's what we have for Hunter Volume 2. So yeah, I do always like the little theming of these Union Arena card sets. Like each color kind of maybe corresponds to a group, or like in this case, like kind of a little storyline, story arc thing. The fact is now they added the other color in there. As I said, initially they only all had 3 colors, and since you're not as far as I understand the rules, you're not supposed to mix and match different animes together. You can't even compete. Having more colors added in. And I'm assuming since this one was majority yellow, means yellow probably wasn't in the original, and they added a lot of yellow. But that can definitely be cool if they decide to do more volumes of each one of these. But, some of them, I think you're only going to get maybe 2 or 3 sets out of them. Just because they're kind of being broad about it. But I think that's not necessarily a bad thing. Like this, again, was covering, like a bunch of the yellows, all the dodgeball stuff. But then I had blue was covering a lot of the Greed Island stuff. Purple was the Phantom Troop, and green was the Nen stuff. And again, some of the first set probably covered a little bit as well. But I think that's a better way to kind of do it, is cover a little bit here and there and spread everything out. Versus, Pack 1 is the first arc, Pack 2 is the second arc. Because of the issue, you would think you run into that, as if the game starts to die down, then nobody gets the stuff from any of the later seasons. It's not like DBZ and stuff kind of, like, has had that issue in the past, or other animes, is like the original Bleach had that, like, the first couple of arcs, and then by the time they got to, like, the, later patch, like, okay, it just wasn't doing as well, so it's harder to find them sets, even if they did release them. Yu Yu Hakusho is the same way. So I think it's a better idea to kind of, like, not hyper focus on one arc each set, but do a bunch of stuff. And like all the newer games have started to do that. Like all the new Bandai games have really been good, like One Piece and Dragon Ball Z and stuff. Like they have like each color kind of focuses on a different story, different arc. That way you're getting a gambit of everything instead of like one hyper focused on just one storyline at a time. So that's really cool. I imagine they'll probably do a volume 3 of this at some point, after getting the Chimera arc. And we'll get some of that. Maybe we'll go back and get some of the Tepakura stuff in there, where he's doing his heist with his buddies, not his heist, but like those bodyguards against the Phantom Troop. That'd be kind of a fun set as well. Yeah, so I don't know. If you guys enjoy these Union Rings, you'd like to see me pick up some other ones, let me know in the comments. Hit me up, like, which ones you might like to see. I know the other things I might want to pick up is Full Metal Alchemist. I enjoyed that series. I might want to pick up the other Code Geass, even though I have yet to see it. I do have the first set, and I wouldn't mind getting more, just because it kind of goes together. I still have to pick up some of the Bleach Volume 2. I haven't done that, just because it was only so focused on the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. Again, if they would have done like this and kind of spread it over everything, like had half of it been focused on that, then like half of it on the new one, or maybe like the second one went back and did some of the other stuff, I would have been a little bit more interested. But yeah, and I know upcoming, the other one I know I'll probably pick up is Nikia, based off the mobile game, so I'm kind of interested with that. Anime girls fighting and stuff. So pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. See you guys later. Bye.